Recently, I made a video talking about what was next for Gunther. Because right now, Gunther's future just feels kind of clouded in a way. Kind of stuck in this endless loop with Jey Uso, not really knowing anything outside of the World Heavyweight Championship at this point. This video is going to be talking about Sami Zayn, someone whose future isn't necessarily cloudy like Gunther's may be, but someone who seems to be involved in a lot of different stories going on. So today we're going to be taking a look at what is next for Sami Zayn. And before we get too far ahead in the video, I want to say that if you are a WWE fan, consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. That's all we post is WWE related content. So if you're a WWE fan, consider subscribing. It's free. You can always change your mind later. So when it comes to Sami Zayn, we know that he has a tag team match when he teams up with CM Punk as they take on Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker at Saturday night's main event. And that has a lot of people speculating, what are we going to get from that match? And while it may not be a lot, considering nothing big happens on Saturday night's main event, the speculations that can be made from that match all seemingly revolve around Sami Zayn. The one possibly being that we see Sami Zayn turn on CM Punk, joining the new group with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Now, we know that Seth Rollins wants Sami Zayn on his side. He sees him as not just a valuable asset, but also a very good friend. And that segment that we got between Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn, the way Seth Rollins delivered that promo really felt like it was the Messiah character coming back. And I am a big fan if that happens, because I personally believe that Seth Rollins' Messiah character was arguably the best thing to come from the pandemic era. Now, we obviously know that Sami Zayn rejected the offer, and that sparked a big feud, and that gives us the tag team match at Saturday night's main event. So, if WWE wants to go down this route, they could totally have Sami Zayn turn heel and possibly join Seth Rollins' new group. While I don't really necessarily think it makes a whole lot of sense for Sami Zayn to join the group, it would be kind of interesting. But I ultimately don't think Sami's going to turn and join Seth's new group. I think Sami has his eyes set on Jey Uso in the World Heavyweight Championship. When Sami Zayn made his return, he and Jey Uso had a moment where it just felt like Sami Zayn was going to do it there and then. Just the way that he was continuously staring at Jey Uso, how Jey was very happy, very Jey Uso, very yeet. And Sami was just kind of like, not really feeling it. Just the vibes that a lot of people got from Sami Zayn from that segment leads us to believe that maybe Sami turns heel on Jey Uso and he starts going after the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, here's the thing about that. The other person that is hunting for that same World Heavyweight Championship just so happens to be Gunther. And we know that Sami Zayn and Gunther have some pretty decent history against each other. Obviously, it was Sami Zayn who ended Gunther's initial title run at WrestleMania 40, in a match that no one saw Sami Zayn winning, similar to how not a lot of people saw Jey Uso winning. So, right there and then, not only do you have a compelling story between Sami Zayn and Jey Uso, but you also have a compelling story with Sami Zayn and Gunther. And outside of those two things, I really don't know what else there is for Sami Zayn to do. Maybe it's a spot in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, and then maybe that leads us into him versus Jey, or him versus Gunther, because we know that Gunther has that match against most likely Jey Uso, because I don't think anybody sees Logan Paul beating Jey at Saturday night's main event. So there's just a lot of moving parts, but a lot of these parts seem to be intertwined in some way. Again, you have Sami Zayn in the tag team match with CM Punk going against Seth and Braun at Saturday night's main event, where, in my opinion, Sami feels like he's the main story in that match. The whole will he join? Won't he join? How is that going to look throughout the course of that match? Is he going to turn on CM Punk? Again, I don't see it happening at Saturday night's main event. I do think that a slightly more possible way for Sami Zayn to get back into the title picture is him possibly winning Money in the Bank this year. And look, we've seen Sami Zayn as a heel before, and Sami Zayn as a heel is very, very, very good. And while Sami Zayn still remains to be a very, very popular superstar for the WWE, maybe a heel turn is something that he needs right now. Because since the feud with Kevin Owens and since him and Kevin Owens initially lost their tag team titles, it just has kind of felt like Sami Zayn is caught in no man's land a little bit. So I do think that the ultimate end with Sami Zayn is going to be a heel turn at some point. Whether the unlikely happens and it happens at Saturday night's main event, or it happens against Jey Uso, which I think a lot of people are kind of speculating that that's where it's going to go. Because again, that one segment was just so. It just felt like you were waiting for it to happen, and it ultimately never did. So, this is where I want to hear from you guys. What do you think lies ahead for Sami Zayn? Do you think he could possibly have a heel turn at Saturday night's main event? Do you think he joins Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker? Or do you think he goes back into the Gunther Jay storyline? And do you think he possibly turns on Jey Uso, giving us a match for the World Heavyweight Championship between Jay and Sami? As always, let me know that stuff down below in the comments. While you're down there, swing by the description and click the Linktree link. It is the only link in bio for a reason, and that is because it will take you to all of the social medias for this channel, and I do suggest going and checking out our X page. Besides YouTube, I am most active over on X. We do updates for Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and the PLEs. And above all else, I want the X page to be a place for wrestling fans to go and talk about wrestling, especially if you're like me and you don't have a lot of people to talk to about wrestling. So if you are like me and you're looking for a group of wrestling fans to talk about wrestling with, consider swinging by the upcoming episode of Friday Night SmackDown, maybe Saturday night's main event, join into the conversation, and maybe it's for you at the end of the day. With all that said and done, that is going to do it for this video here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. Both are free, and both really, really help out the channel a lot. And if you have made it to this point of the video, I want to say thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch these videos here. As always, stay tuned for more WWE content coming in the future. We'll see you next time.